Intelligent design. A scientific inquiry into the origins of life and the universe. Summary. Here, we show that intelligent design is science and it meets the criteria for being considered a scientific theory. We examine the methods and principles underlying ID, showing that it is based on empirical evidence, employs the scientific method, and makes falsifiable predictions, thereby qualifying as a scientific discipline. Introduction. Intelligent design, ID, posits that certain features of the universe and life are best explained by an intelligent cause rather than an undirected process such as natural selection. Critics of ID often dismiss it as unscientific, arguing that it is based on religious or metaphysical beliefs rather than empirical evidence. However, a closer examination reveals that intelligent design adheres to the principles of scientific inquiry and should be recognized as a legitimate scientific theory. Defining science. The criteria. To determine whether intelligent design is science, it is essential first to define what constitutes a scientific theory. The following criteria are commonly used to assess scientific theories. Empirical basis. Science relies on observations and data from the natural world. Testability and falsifiability. Scientific theories must make predictions that can be tested and potentially falsified. Use of the scientific method. Science involves formulating hypotheses, conducting experiments, and refining theories based on evidence. Explanatory power. A scientific theory should provide a coherent explanation of the data and phenomena it addresses. Peer review and scrutiny. Scientific ideas are subjected to critical examination by the scientific community. Intelligent design as a scientific theory. Empirical basis of intelligent design. Observation and inference. ID begins with observations of natural phenomena, such as the complexity of biological systems, the information-rich sequences found in DNA, and the fine-tuning of the universe's physical constants. Proponents of ID argue that these features are best explained by an intelligent cause rather than random chance or undirected processes. Analogical reasoning. Intelligent design employs analogical reasoning, comparing the intricate designs found in nature to human-made objects, which we know to result from intelligence. For example, the intricate machinery within cells, such as the bacterial flagellum, is analogous to human-designed machines, suggesting an intelligent designer. Testability and falsifiability of intelligent design. Predictive power. ID makes predictions that can be tested. For instance, ID predicts that we should find complex, information-rich structures in nature that are irreducible by random processes. The discovery of such structures supports ID, while their absence would challenge the theory. Falsifiable hypotheses. Intelligent design can be falsified if it were demonstrated that complex biological structures, which ID posits as designed, could arise through purely natural processes without any intelligent input. Research into the origins of complex biological systems and the origin of life provides a fertile ground for testing these hypotheses. Use of the scientific method in intelligent design. Hypothesis formation. ID begins with a hypothesis. Certain features of the natural world are best explained by an intelligent cause. This hypothesis is based on empirical observations and analogical reasoning. Evidence collection. ID proponents gather evidence from various scientific fields, including biochemistry, genetics, and cosmology, to support their claims. Analysis and conclusion. The evidence is analyzed to determine whether it supports the hypothesis of design. If it does, the hypothesis is strengthened. If it does not, the hypothesis may be revised or rejected. Explanatory power of intelligent design. Complexity and information. ID offers a compelling explanation for the origin of complex biological structures and the information content of DNA. It posits that these features are the result of intentional design rather than random processes, providing a coherent explanation for their existence. Fine-tuning of the universe. ID also explains the fine-tuning of the universe's physical constants, suggesting that these constants were deliberately set to allow for the emergence of life. This explanation addresses the why behind the universe's life-permitting conditions, which purely materialistic explanations often overlook. Peer review and scrutiny. Engagement with the scientific community. Although controversial, ID has been the subject of academic discussion and debate. Proponents of ID have published papers, presented at conferences, and engaged with critics in the scientific community. This engagement is a hallmark of scientific inquiry. Criticism and refinement. Like all scientific theories, ID has been subjected to criticism. This scrutiny has led to refinements in the theory, demonstrating its resilience and adaptability to new evidence. Addressing common objections. Intelligent design and religious motives. Separation from religion. While some proponents of ID may have religious motivations, the theory itself does not rely on religious texts or doctrines. Instead, it is based on empirical evidence and logical reasoning, which are foundational to scientific inquiry. Philosophical neutrality. ID does not necessarily identify the designer with any specific deity. The theory simply posits that certain features of the universe are best explained by an intelligent cause, without making claims about the nature or identity of the designer. Intelligent design is not a God of the gaps argument. Beyond gaps in knowledge. Critics sometimes claim that ID is a God of the gaps argument, filling in gaps in scientific knowledge with divine intervention. However, ID does not simply appeal to ignorance, it offers positive evidence for design, such as the complexity and information content of biological systems. The theory is based on what we do know, rather than what we don't. Conclusion. Intelligent design meets the criteria for being considered a scientific theory. It is grounded in empirical evidence, makes testable and falsifiable predictions, employs the scientific method, and provides a coherent explanation for the complexity and fine-tuning observed in the universe. While it remains a controversial theory, intelligent design should be recognized as a legitimate scientific inquiry into the origins of life and the universe. Its inclusion in the scientific discourse enriches the debate over one of the most profound questions in science, the origin and design of the cosmos. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment below if you agree or would like to add your thoughts. If you would like me to respond to your comment, please make a level 1 comment directly below the video. I will respond to all polite level 1 comments even if it takes me a while, due to other commitments.